Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is CryptoTakeOver coming back with another video again for y'all this evening. And on today's video, we're going to be going over the Bitcoin charts. We're having a little bit of a reminiscing of over the last weekend of a little bit of a dump happening, but we're going to see if it's going to last, or are we headed to 10K tomorrow? Are we going to 6K by tomorrow? No, I'm just playing. Are we headed to 100K by tomorrow? I don't know, man. Some of these moon boys out here may think that. So, hey, if this is a video, if you're interested in that, please stick around, because you're about to get a nice little awakening process on that. Let's get it started. Please comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, so that way y'all can be updated every single video that we make. And all right. So if y'all are brand new to the channel, this is I make videos every single day on the Bitcoin charts using our main indicator, market Cipher by CryptoFace. And so we can take a look at it and see what kind of predicament we have on the market as of right now, and see what we think could be coming in the future. May you have it. So we had our recent run up to about 8,900. We couldn't really break through 9K. We were looking for that 9K, all the Vegeta memes to come out, but we couldn't quite get there. We got to about 8,900, and then we saw some resistance, and we had this broadening ascending wedge pattern that broke bearish, as you can see here. And I think our measure move for that is probably about 8,400. Our 1 point extension would be about 8,400. We're going to go ahead and take these off now, because we broke bearish out of that. So as you can see, we've been kind of trickling off here. I think everyone from this pump thought that we were going probably back up to 20K after that, but not on this channel. We were well aware that there would still be some sell-off. Actually, a few of my Patreon members decided to long it, and then took some profit up here, and now we're just holding tight to see what's going to happen. So let's take a look at our VWAP here. It looks like when our daily candles did close and open, that we did have a bearish retest, and it does look like the bears took control of the market overall. So that's a good, nice indication that the bears do have control right now. And the bulls did have control over the past couple of days. Yesterday, the bulls were in full control. The day before that, not so much, but yesterday it looked like the bulls had full control of the market. And so today it looks like the bears are dominating right now, with the yellow X appearing here on Cipher A on the 15-minute. And then as we go into our 30-minute, we'll take a look and see what's happening here. 30-minute money flow starting to round down just a tad bit as well, getting into that red area. Let's take a look at our 45 money flow, also starting to kind of round down. Haven't put in a big green dot just yet on our 45, but it looks like we're getting ready to. Nice blood diamond here to signify that we were having that sell off as well too. So that would have been a nice little indication that, hey, get ready, something big is about to happen. And actually, I updated my Patreon group last night too. Let me see. I can't remember exactly what I told them, but I knew something was happening, and I was like, hey guys, get ready. Oh, oh, here we go. If we go into my BTC signals update, I said here, 15-minute chart shows we could be heading down in the next few hours, maybe going into tomorrow. I may consider a reposition pretty soon. So get ready. Market is just crazy. We have to stay on our toes. So we kind of saw this dump coming in our neck of the woods. We were pretty much ready for it. I pretty much give them updates consistently, making sure that they're all staying safe out there as well too. Kind of looks like we're ready to breach into that 8,600 area right now as well. Let's take a look at our 1 hour. 1 hour giving us a nice blood diamond there as well on our 1 hour money flow. It does kind of look like it's ready to head back to that downside just a tad bit. 2 hour I thought we were going to get into our green money flow here, but it doesn't look like we're quite getting there. It looks like we just put in like another little trigger wave on our 2 hour as of right now, send us back lower to this downside. I know people that were calling for 87.50 or something like that. That's a possibility, but I think as we start to open up some of these higher time frames here, we can tell that we still have some more bearish activity that might play out a little bit longer. So we just need to be aware of that and be ready for anything that comes our way. If y'all are interested, I do have a weekly newsletter that y'all can sign up for. I plan to do trading strategies in here, private videos, altcoin chart reviews as well, and I'll get started on those for everyone. But if y'all are interested, I do giveaways that y'all can get signed up for. Please get signed up for the newsletter to qualify for the giveaway, and I will be making sure that I send those out to everyone. So get signed up for the weekly newsletter and keep up to date with me. Also, I have the CryptoTakeOver Patreon page. This is the only way to access my VIP signals group. So if y'all are interested in that, please take a look at the Patreon page to learn how to access my VIP signals group, and then all my Patreon posts that I give on how to set up the Whales buy sell signal, how to set up the Aldo EMAs, some other trading strategies, how I use market Cipher, and much more things, such as my favorite altcoins that I'm in heavy accumulation of right now too, that y'all can get. So look at the Patreon page, message me on Discord or Telegram if y'all have any questions. Just message me on Discord. It's the easiest way to get a hold of me. The Discord server is free, but I do have the private VIP channel that you have to pay. You have to go through Patreon to be a part of first. So also the Telegram channel is free. Y'all can feel free to join on there and stay up to date with me if you'd like. Then also, I use TradingView Pro Plus plan. If y'all are interested in that, please use the link in the description box below. If y'all are using Market Cipher, I'd recommend the Pro Plus plan. It just allows you to add a few more indicators on the screen, such as our Aldo EMAs and our Whales buy sell signal as well. So we're going to turn off SR here, turn back on our Whales buy sell signal. We did have a sell on our 4 hour here that signaled. So we can see that we are starting to now kind of round down maybe somewhat of a trigger wave that have formed to send us back to the downside. 6 hour, no sell just yet. Maybe forming somewhat of a trigger wave. Haven't quite put in a red dot just yet, but that looks like it's a possibility to send us further back to the downside because our money flow is still in the red. But our money flow, could still stay above this area here. But now that we're in our red territory, if we go back down below on our site, on our blue wave, if we go back down below our zero pivot, then that will probably thicken out this red money flow for us as well too. Take a look at our 8 hour. 8 hour as well, also signifying that our reddish money flow hasn't quite stopped just yet, kind of in confluence to the downside here as well. I would say if we put in a red X here, that's going to give us probably something of a yellow X or a blood diamond, maybe possibly. We'll just have to keep an eye on the charts to see what the momentum is looking like from there. But I would say that if we do put in a red dot here on our 6 hour, we could probably see a yellow X or maybe a blood diamond. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Going into our 12 hour here. 12 hour money flow hasn't even quite, it did look like it wanted to move green, but I think that we'll probably see some rejection here, possibly. Nice little big doji Darth Maul candle wick action happening here as well. Just got to be safe on these exchanges, y'all. That's really all it is. If you are trading, just be safe out there. Use proper risk management and make sure that these wicks don't affect you too much, So still seeing some bearish momentum to the downside here, especially on our money flow, kind of anchoring us down here. I was maybe expecting this to move back into the green side just for a tad bit and giving us a little nice trigger wave to send us back down to make this money flow a little bit more red. also to give us that red dot here, which could possibly give us a blood diamond or a yellow X as well. So we will need to be aware of that. I'm going to go ahead and finish this part out real quick. If y'all do just plan to buy and hodl, I'd recommend getting a Ledger Nano X or S. And you should have a Ledger Nano X or S, either or, even if you are just trading, just because you don't want to leave all your crypto on these exchanges. You never know what exchange might go down next, and you just don't want to be a part of it, to be honest. So we've had a lot of different, lot of history with exchanges, and we just want to make sure that we don't get affected by that, and that's why we store our crypto on ledgers and treasures. I have both the ledger and the treasure, but you can use the affiliate link in the description box below to help support the channel and buy yourself a Ledger Nano X or S. Right now, if you buy a Ledger Nano X, I think you get a free Ledger Nano S. They have a deal going on, so y'all can use that link in the description box below to use that if you'd like. And then if y'all are leverage trading, I use Bybit, and so do a lot of people in the Patreon group as well. In my VIP signals group, they use Bybit as well. I would recommend using the testnet first, so get signed up with that link in the description box, and then contact support down here once you're signed up, and then ask them how to access the testnet. It's like a two-step process, but you just want to make sure that you're a profitable trader, that your algorithm is working for you. I even encourage you, if you do join my VIP signals group, to use the testnet first to make sure that you know how to work this platform, and to even test my calls out if you're interested. But yeah, make sure you use the testnet first just to get familiar with the platform. I would highly recommend that. If you are a USA citizen, I would recommend using Prime XBT to leverage trade. You can leverage trade certain altcoins, fiat currency, S&P 500 gold and silver, all using Bitcoin. So super cool. Check that out if y'all are interested. Let's take a look at our 1 day here. Our 1 day is telling us, hey, we're not quite out of the woods just yet. Money flow still kind of trickling off to the downside. What we are kind of wanting to see is maybe a big move back to the upside here. But honestly, I feel like that this money flow on our 1 day is kind of topping out right now. It's just somewhat of a feeling I get. We've had this huge sell signal here. We could signal a buy. I want to say that we signaled a buy. It painted a buy yesterday that I thought, on our 1 day, but it looks like it just flashed and now it's disappeared because of our dump action that was happening right now. Our 2 day buy has never signaled. We've still been on a sell signal for a while. So that is quite interesting. It makes me just believe that we have a little bit more ways to the downside before we start to signal some more buy signals. And then as we go into our 3 day here, also strong heavy sell signal as well. I did want to take a look at our money flow on the 2 day. It does look like we are starting to move back to that downside, maybe getting ready to form a bigger trigger wave for us to move us back up to that area. But I would say that we probably need to move a little bit further down below this sell signal here, maybe to our 200 EMA, which is at about 8,100. And the Patreon group knows the position that I've been calling for a while, that to know when to take profit. So I think we're going to probably end up getting that area probably by the end of the week, and we'll just have to keep an eye on the markets to see what happens. I did want to take a look at something. I did want to take a look at the 12-hour, see what that was giving us. We did have a buy signal here. I'm thinking we'll probably get another sell signal here pretty soon on our 12-hour. We'll just have to take a look and see what's going to happen there. So let's go back into our 3 day. Our 3 day also signaling that we weren't quite done with that money flow in the red area just yet. Now we could come back up and round here pretty soon. That is a firm possibility, but as of right now, it's still looking like we still want to make some more way to the downside possibly. Then on our 4 day, this is where things get a little bit more bearish possibly because of our green money flow that was in heavy confluence for a while. Now we're just starting to move back into that red money flow, indicating some nice sell-off action that's probably going to happen as well too, putting in a nice little trigger wave here to send us back to the downside. 5 day, more or less the same thing. Although we are still pretty thick here in the green, you can see how this deep cut here giving us a trigger wave as well to send us back to this downside, maybe indicating that we'll probably put in an anchor wave this time on the bottom end. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that and see what's going to happen. And we never got that big green dot down here like I wanted. This kind of reminds me of back here what happened with our blood fangs, as CryptoFace would like to call them. But he got relatively bullish here. But honestly, I feel like we're still going to have our 5 days, just something we're going to have to keep an eye on, man. Like we've been calling for something to rock your world a little bit, 5-day sell signal and 6-day sell signal. 6-day has painted. We'll just have to take a look and see what happens by the end of this week to see if we're going to have that major sell-off possibly by the end of the week still. I don't know why my mic was so low. I apologize about that. Let's just get on in here. Turn it up a little bit. Okay. And yeah, I wonder why it was so low. Anyways, okay, so our 6-day also kind of somewhat trending to the downside here. Just a possibility that we could start to see some lower numbers. I don't know how I feel about the 6-day or in the weekly, because they still look relatively bullish, but they are starting to give us the signals that, hey, something's not right. Just be prepared for anything. So as we start to get into some of these higher time frames, that's where I told my group, hey, we need to stay on our toes during this and really just make sure that we're going to play this right. And so heavy time to start learning how to trade right now, and that's really what it is learning to harness the trade. And that's kind of why I've created the Patreon group and the Discord VIP signals group as well too, is to just kind of get a relatively great team community in there to help support each other through this journey of learning how to trade. And so with that being said, I am capping off the VIP signals group to a certain number of people, but make sure y'all get signed up now before we meet that curriculum and criteria and cap off the group. I use the Brave browser to browse the web. I get paid out monthly in BAT token, basic attention token, using the Brave browser by clicking on the ads that I opt into. You can also turn them off if you want, turn everything off. Google ads, at least, you can turn your Brave shields up, and that just disables all the pop-ups that occur on a normal basis when you're browsing the web. But the Brave browser does a really good job. It's made by the same people that made Mozilla Firefox. I'd highly recommend it. Please check the link in the description box below. And then also I use the CryptoTab browser to mine Bitcoin. I'll open it up real quick so y'all can see. But basically I have it running on 2 other old computers that I don't really use anymore, just laptops. And I mine Bitcoin through those using this browser. Then also you can install the app on your phone or tablet and then also mine Bitcoin that way in order to earn some passive income. So feel free to check out CryptoTab browser, link in the description box, and that'll also help support the channel. So I greatly appreciate it. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. Message me on Discord though if y'all have any questions. That's probably the one that I'll respond to the most, is the Discord group. And then if we take a look at our monthly time frame, still no buy-sell signals. I just don't think we have enough data for the buy-sell signals on our monthly time frames. But we can see here that we're still nicely trending into our green money flow. But we did kind of top out here just a tad bit, so that makes me just want to believe that this could be somewhat of a topping out pattern as well. Maybe trigger wave to send us to some interesting numbers later on, but here we have our March candle that did open, so we'll have to see what March is going to give us. We're still very early into March, but yeah, I hope that y'all have a good rest of y'all's day. And with that being said, I'll look forward to seeing y'all in my signals group as well, that we are constantly up to date and we are ready and prepared for whatever happens in the market next. We have already planned our next move. We are prepared and ready as a group, as a total group in here, to get out here and crush this market, to get that crypto. I hope they all join us check out the second link in the description box below. If not, sign up for the newsletter if y'all like to. With that being said, CTO is signing out. I'll talk to y'all then.